Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pineleaf, where today we need to determine the outcome of a little competition against one of the locals. Right, Alwald?
If you go back on your word, you will have me to deal with.
I am not surprised. Times have been tough in the world of late, with orcs and easterlings and worse prowling around the borders. When my men are not fighting for their lives, they're engaging in fruitless wagers. I can't stop them. As long as they and you abide by the agreed upon terms, I have no complaint. But I do not want any bloodshed. If you go back on your word, you'll have me to deal with. Alright, well, there is that.
It will not take Elfsiga long to reach Elfthengels.
It won't take 'em long. You had better ride with great haste if you are to get there first and win your wager. Ride southwest to reach Elfthengels. I guess I'll need to mount up because the time starts counting as soon as I start that, and I have 3 minutes to get there. So all I have to do now is arrive. Yes, that's sort of the key element, is to successfully get there and not get lost. And getting lost is something that I do, so I want to make sure that I do not keep up with that proficiency. Yeah, this is the problem, is that, alright, which of the two branches do I actually take? Is this the road bent over? Maybe I should have checked the map beforehand. Oh, okay, it looks like I am heading in the right direction. Okay. I was just afraid there that the road was about to do some weird stuff for me, because I saw that branch there just at the weird time. Of course, I have done this on several occasions. Alright, let's avoid the orc. Let's avoid that. Alright, oh, Elfthengels. Alright, I didn't have the time. Alright, that's good. Elfsiga's horse is here. Well, that's not good news. Hello there?
Did something happen to Elfsiga?
No, I haven't seen Elfsiga, but his horse arrived shortly before you did, and without him. Something must have happened to Elfsiga. You have to retrace your steps and look for him. He must be somewhere between Elfthengels and Floodwind. Look amongst the trees to the south, and on the road between here and Floodwind. And you could have passed him without seeing him. Well, considering that I was running a race at the time, I guess that's always possible. So it looks like that Elfsiga ran into a little bit of a problem. That path that I ignored, that was the road to the east wall. So it's fortunate that I did ignore that one. Most likely because I remembered in the back of my mind that that's not the path to go. So it's nice to have memory help you on such things on occasion. And it looks like I see a quest ring here. At least this one you could just follow the quest arrow and you get there on this one. Just a straight shot. Hello? Are you okay?
Thank you for coming back to find me.
I was trying to take a shortcut to Thengels when Harashamu was surprised by a patrol of orcs. He reared and I fell, and he made to Thengels? Well, I can probably walk now. I could not put weight on it, but now it's feeling much better. I will meet you ahead in Thengels, and we will discuss the wager. I will be there soon. Thank you for coming back to help me. You're welcome. And now, back to Elfthengels. Ah, Here he is, with Horn apparently.
I have already given your elf his bow, and I have renounced all claim to it.
Well, I guess that settles the wager then. I am sorry if I came across as a bit of a fool. I did not think that you would be much of a writer, and not only are you a skilled writer, you are also a good person as well. I thank you for coming to find me. I've already given the elf his bow, and I renounce all claims that I had to it. It is all done. It is all done.
Now that I am here, I need to accomplish my duty.
I was given a message to deliver to Thane Mildrith of Athangles, asking for her to send some of her warriors to Floodwind to help defend against the increased number of beasterlings crossing the river. Her husband was slain by orcs some time ago, and her son died under unpleasant circumstances more recently. I do not think that she would respond favorably to this message, but still I must deliver it. Thank you once again, friend. Alright, and I suppose we're going to get a fire pit out of, actually 2 fire pits out of this quest. Well, what do you say about that, Horn? You need a fire pit?
The orcs that fled the East Wall may have passed near to Elfingles.
We should learn if any of the townsfolk know anything about the passage of the Uruks. Here, Pine Punch, take these coins of the mark and use them to buy a round of drinks at the tavern for the patrons there. It could be that one of them saw something of those Uruks. Okay, so I am to speak to the locals and find out if any of them saw any Uruks come by. Well, I suppose I could... Oh, that's to speak with Mildrith, and I guess I'll get to her in a moment. Yeah, I think it'll be more logical story-wise for me to take care of this first, then speak with the Thane. Ah, we found the Elthangles Inn. Now let's see about that round of drinks.
I've not seen you around here before, stranger.
Well, these coins are good, and I will give you that. Here's a round of my finest. Pass it around as you will. There should be some of the usual folk upstairs. I guess that's Wigherd, I guess is more likely. It sounds like it would be Wigherd rather than Wigherd. Tidwine, maybe 1 or 2 others who don't come to mind at the moment. They'll be glad for your generosity. Alright, fine. Let's bring these drinks up. I hope they gave me a serving tray with it. Hello there.
Don't mind if I do have a sip of that.
Wigherd drinks deeply, but shakes his head when you ask about Uruks. I do not see them run by, but I heard those who did, running more away than towards, it seemed to them that they saw. No one wanted to ride out and challenge them, and who could blame them? We lost Thane Pendrad in the autumn to orcs, and his widow may be Thane now, but she is not the fighter that he was. And then to lose her son? It's a wonder that she can go on at all, but she's not commanding troops. The Uruks passed by us, and we should be lucky they did not turn to raid this town. Alright, well, in other words, he doesn't know much, just people heard sounds.
I'll have some of that, since you are buying.
Ah, just the stuff. What did you say? The Uruks that ran by Elthangles? Aye, I saw them. Never seen Uruks run like that before. Even if Thane Mildrith was in any state to order out riders, she would have been a fool to send men after them. And she's not a fool. Suffered more than her share of grief, if you ask me, but not a fool. She was Penbrad's rock before he was slain by orcs, and she had much to do with shaping the man that Pineleaf became. Pity what happened to the boy, but you'll hear no rumors from me, not at all. And apparently there are rumors relating to what happened to the boy. And what about this guy? Dudmund.
If you insist.
Ah, best beer in the Norcross, and I don't care who hears it. You go tell Reeve a word, and I'd rather have the beer in Ethingles than in Cliving. The other patrons give Dudmund some worried looks, but it only serves to rile him up further. No, you listen to me. If he challenges me to a trial of combat like he did with Mildrith's son, well, I'll teach him a thing or two. I won't even let him scratch me with that blade of his. I swear he had some foul coating on it to make Pinwolf's wound fester like that. I swear it! So, apparently, some people believe that Haroldwald of Cliving poisoned, killed Thane Mildred's son with a poisoned blade. Well, what does Ingild have to say? Probably not anything about the poisoned blade. Maybe he'll know something about the Uruks?
What was that noise? Did you hear that?
Now there's a familiar face. Pine Punch. I have not seen you since the East Wall. Oh, did you find the Uruks that you were seeking when we spoke at Mansig's encampment? No? Huh, a shame, I'm sorry. I have returned home to... Wait, what's that noise? Did you hear that? Uh-oh, something wrong?
Something is happening outside. It sounds like trouble.
Then we better go and handle the trouble.
Elfingles is under attack. Quickly, my friends. We must help with its defense.
Interesting. The instance is about trying to defend Elfingles, but the title of the instance is Thane Mildrith. Orcs, Pine Punch! Orcs are attacking Elfingles! The companions you traveled with in the East Wall, do they still journey with you? Yes, they seem to be strong and skilled, even the Dunlading. Find them throughout the Elfingles and help them drive out the orcs. I must find the Thane. She must be protected. Alright, there we go. Now, we need to find somebody here. We also need to kill a few orcs. Hello! Slay the orcs! Orc Slayer. Orc Slayer Pineleaf. Orcs Must Die, that's it. That's the name. Well, oh no, the name of this game is Lotra. Orcs Must Die is the name of a completely different game. There you go. But we will. This is horrible. What, that I threw a mug at the orc, or that orcs are attacking? I would presume probably the latter. And that would make more sense unless she is in on it or something like that. Thank you. There you go. Now. Ah. There's somebody. And we have Nona. The people of this town need our help, Pine Punch. They and I have no feud, though they settled in lands that belong to my people. My fight is with our leaders, with the kings and rulers who stole from and slew my ancestors. But these people, few of them know by which end to hold a blade, and fewer still can do it with any effectiveness. They need a proud Dunlanding woman to show them how to fight. Let them insult my people then, after they have seen what I can do. I wager that they will not. Oh boy, these orcs are worse than the Duoniad. They're orcs, and that's enough. Okay. They're Devoniad orcs? Oh, hello. Makashku yourself. There we go. It just takes no little time already to get up there. The way they spawned, it really should have spawned closer, I think. The attack falters. We have success at this place. Find another. All right. So that's Nona. I think Horn is next. Well, there's Horn right over there. Before that, let's deal with this. Ah! All right. Hello. Punch! I told you that Rohan was under constant threat of orcs of Mordor, and now you have seen it for yourself. Help me drive them off. Some have gotten to the upper levels already, but let us regain the open space for the people of Elthangles. Here they come, Barikazad! Yeah. Okay, perhaps I should have a for the Shire instead, since that might be more. Okay, these may be spawning a little further. Alright. The archers spawning a little further back might have made sense. See, obviously the melee ones afterwards don't. I think they have stopped for now. I will slay more for certain. Yes, I am sure you would. Now we've taken care of that. Now let's find Corodon. And Corodon is up this way. Let's see, where are we? Ah. Hi. And a little bit more here. Now, question is, am I going to go all the way through Rohan? I'm quite decided yet how much of Rohan I'm going to do before heading over into Gondor and all of that. Because I'm trying to think, how much Brawler relevant stuff will there be as I go all the way through here? And that's sort of the question. Now, one thing is, maybe I'll see how much further I could level up my writing skills and see what my combat is like at that point, my mounted combat, because we do want to see that and how the Brawler plays in that, though so far my impression is not all that good. I'm glad to have my bow back, Punch, but I did not know that I would need it so soon. My arrows will sing with my heart truly, to rid this town of orcs and their warg allies. Let us clear this place of them and protect these people. Alright, so obviously, well, these guys are certainly up for. Oh, hello. That's right. Just let the elf fire at them. Gotcha, just inside range. There we go. Now, defeat any orcs that remain. Are there any orcs that remain? Or did I manage to get them all? Ah! Oh, and Thane Mildrith. The orcs have been driven off. That at least is good tidings. What do you say about that, ma'am? Attacks by orcs have become more frequently of late, endangering my people. Enemies are everywhere. It's not safe to speak here openly. Alright. Then let's find a more private location. And here we have the fires that are burning to honor her late husband and late son.
You have my gratitude. Without your help, our losses might have been severe.
I have heard of Siga's message from Floodwind and can spare no men, but perhaps I can send a wagon of blacksmithing supplies? I will see you on your way with supplies of my own. but only if you will help me with a matter of crucial import to my town. Alright, and let's see what we've got. Oh yes, right, heavy armor. Yes, Brawler, heavy armor! Heavy armor, not medium armor.
You see before you a woman cursed.
In the autumn, my husband Pendrad was slain by orcs while riding near the Pillars of the Kings astride the great river. He was requested that the reeve send him more riders on this sojourn, but Athelward refused. Oh, cruel fate! Even worse was what happened then. Mildrith turns and gazes at nothing, overcome by sorrow and anger. My son Pendulf argued that Athelwald was complicit in my father's death. In his father's death, yes. Had the reeves sent the riders he should have, Pendrad would not have been overcome by the orcs. My son was correct, but Athelward is proud and would not allow this stain on his honor. He challenged my son to a sword trial of first blood if he did not recant his words. Pendulf sustained a slight wound, got a cut really, but the wound festered and not long afterwards he was dead. I see why people think that it could have been poisoned. The cruelest cut of all, Athelward adopted my daughter Siflad as his ward, saying that she would be safer and better cared for at Cliving than with me and Margrief. All I ask for you is this. Go to Cliving and keep your eyes open. I want to learn if Seafald is being treated well. I cannot put my suspicions of Athelwald to rest. Oh, but this does remind me why I gotta go through all of Eastern Rohan. And that's because we've got, of course, the big thing at the end of Eastern Rohan. Yeah. That. Oh my. And yes, getting the top end equipment for the level 85 for the Brawler makes sense. So yes, I guess that is Brawler related. Sigh. But it'll be a while before we head over to Hootbold. For now, I need to worry about Elthangles, and I almost forgot Mildred's quest.
Can you help me with this?
Yes, my people are in need of aid, Pine Punch. Elthangles has survived a tremendous orc assault, but it has come at a great cost. My husband and son have perished. The countryside is ravaged, and many yet lay dead or dying. Without reinforcements from Theoden King or that coward reeve Athelward, and the end to our time here draws ever nearer. If you offer me your assistance, I'll gladly take it, but we must band together and take aid from wherever it may come. The people of Elthangles are now my only concern. Our time for grieving must be brief. I will not let them give in to sorrow or concede defeat when they yet live, but there are many within the walls of this village that are in need of help. If you're able to resolve their troubles, return to me, and I shall see that you are rewarded. Alright, fine, so I need to help Wolfskrad and Balthorn and Ilfwin and Adnoth. But that, of course, will be for the next episode of the Complete Pineleaf.